In virtually all places, marriage remains the only union that legalizes cohabitation of man and woman in which procreation happens. Even though marriage is among universal cultures, the way and manner it is being conducted vary from one culture to another. Some years back, in most parts of northern Nigeria, wedding ceremonies and processes were merely simple in the way it attracts resources. Essential events such as wedding prayer is to hold in bride's home, while reception used to take place in any available spacious venue to dine and wine with friends and relatives.
In the years before now, we need few representatives of both families, and they come. The marriage is contracted based on is a ritual.
Today, a lot of things away from the northern culture, things that have tendency to demand a lot of financial resources, have been injected into wedding.
Somehow we now focus more on the wedding. Before the marriage, you have the mother's night. I don't know if there's the father's night. I know there's the Arabian night. I know there is a lot of activities. Bachelor's night, bachelor's eve, sprints, a lot of them. Wallahi, a lot. And you know, it's burden. You need the hall. You need refreshment, you need to organize, you need to, manage a lot of people. And a lot of monies go.
By implication, these expenses impacted strongly on all classes of people.
That is why you have many able men and women not married, and they want to get married. But these additional appendage being placed on weddings have made it inaccessible.
If you look at the amount of money that people are spending on such activities, is huge. And as well, the type of things that the groom is taking to the bride's house, if you look at, if they are showing all those things, you see that the life is getting another thing entirely.
Many people believe that the intrusion of these new cultures has overall implications on the survival of most marriages being contracted today.
I wanna see the stuff the world has got in store.
Normally, before, all these things, they are not in our culture. Like here, yes, like here now. Nobody is even supposed to see the bride safe. But now the brides are even coming out, even they dance together with the in-laws in public together, and nobody is looking at that as anything. Understand? And even wearing a wedding gown, which is not part of our culture.
If care is not taken, even before the marriage is being contracted, by the time of this leafy and what have you, you see some frictions will begin to show themselves, either among the couples or among the parents of the couples, or sometimes even the combination of both.
If that money used can be given to the groom and the bride to sustain themselves, they can spend the money for the whole year.
All these unnecessary additions to weddings, let's push them aside. Let's look at the quality. Let's look at the probability to be matched.
Leather industry in Kano is as old as the beginning of the Hausa civilization. Spanning over 1,000 of years, the industry supplied leather materials to the hinterland and also served as a major trade link between Kano and other parts of the world through transparent trade. It flourished for many years and served as an essential economic mainstay of the Hausa land. In Kano today, few tanneries struggle to operate at a capacity quite inadequate to feed the local leather industries, and this has no doubt stunted their growth not only in Kano but other parts of Nigeria.
This is Majema local leather industry or traditional leather industry in Kofar Wambai area of the city of Kano. This place is believed to have existed for over 90 years. It is indeed a heaven for different categories of people, irrespective of their ages.
We grew up into the business of tanning, which we inherited from our forefathers. I think this place is over 80 years. And for how long have you been into this trade? I've been into this trade for approximately 50 years.
As you can see, all activities to do with leather processing is being carried out here.
I happen to see myself in this trade. My parents and their parents were also in the occupation. At least, I have spent over 15 years working here. I tanned a specific leather called tundra, a skin of python, just like this one. I also operate on skin of a crocodile and goats, among many others.
In spite of the serious decline in its operations and profitability across the value chain, some business people in Kano still see prospect in leather business and are determined to stay in it.
So now we increase the capacity. Instead for 15,000 a day, we make it as 30,000 pieces. That's our capacity for right now. But we have the plan to increase more, to make it like 50 to 60,000 pieces a day.
When we receive the raw skins, we are going to grade the skins by size. After that, we are going to trim. We want to make the skin to be shaped from the starting stage itself. From there, we will take the skin to the process so that the bacteria will put some chemicals to avoid the bacteria so that the skins will not spoil.
One cannot overemphasize the value this industry adds to the economy, and it is worrisome that this once highly prosperous industry will be allowed to decay.
Well, you can see how many people you employ here. Before, some people here is not more than 200 people are working in this place. Now we have more than 500 people, and we want to increase our capacity. We need more people again.
For the leather industry to strive, government must invest substantially in the local content and re-emphasize on policies that encourage all players in the industry.
The scope of life is enormous and could have been covered by the trending Hausa musical artist in Kano to send crucial messages to the people. Today, huge proportion of musicians here sing mainly for love and marriage to entertain merely their young peers. Most of them hold the viewpoint that they are in business, thereby go for what is needed in the market.
Industry ya taso ne ga kai waka film a biya ka, so haka aka riga aka saba. So suke ganin kamar idan ba wakan film suka yi ba, so ba su da wani ta hanyar da za su samu kuɗi. So idan kuma babu riba a ciki za ga al'umman mu ba kowa ne zai wani abu dan kishin al'ummansa ko yana son ya cimma wani ƙudiri mai kyau.
Others believe that like Kannywood Hausa films, Hausa musicals are the offshoot of Indian musicals that are merely for love.
The background and the foundation of Hausa films and Hausa music comes from India. So that is why, and when you look at it critically, about 80 to 90% of the Indian films are based of love.
In recent years, Few other musicians chose to explore the wide neglected aspect to make stronger impact on lives of the people. Adam Abdullahi Abubakar, popularly called Fresh Emir, is into Hausa hip-hop style of music, and with that, he delved into social circumstances such as kindness, poverty, sympathy, governance, respect for elders, and role of parents.
Ba sai ka yi waƙar soyayya ba kuma sai ka yi waƙar batsa sannan za ka ɗaukaka ba. Kuma abinda matasanmu ya kamata su fahimta cewa kada su la'akari da kuɗi, domin wani abu mai kyau shine abin da ya kamata. Duka abin da za ka yi, muna kallon magabata a ce mazan jiya sun yi abu kaza na gwagwarmaya kuma yanzu ba sa, amma aikinsu mai kyau din yana ne.
His song Akume Bakin Magana is on rape cases occurring in our society.
Like Fresh Emir, Akume Bakin Magana. When you look at his hip-hop style, it's directly sending a good message to the people and good message to the governors, trying to bring about their eyes in something that they don't know.
Ayo, the magana. Ayo. Ina da korafi kan kananan yaran da aka ciwa zarafi, mu tattauna akan shi gani na zayafi, mun bar matsalan haka ta yaya zai tafi. Dole mu gyara, saboda haka na jawo asara, na rai da dukiya domin kwadayin nera, da yarka ce ta yaya za a yi haka ka fara. Kwadayin dukiya, koko saboda neman duniya ya saka mai da kanka kare mara zuciya. Magana na kiya kan fyare, wani katin banza ya biyar ka ya fyare, kana ji kana gani amma kana zoron fade. To in maka fada a banza, saboda shi wanda ya yi abin yana da bosa, za a ta ja maka hankali har ka ga babu haza. Ba kai wasa ba sunayar ka sa canza. Mana sai a kira ta karuwa, in karama ce a kira ta mai roƙon ruwa, ka rasa mai mutane suka dauki rayuwa, yana da kyau mu dauko wacce mace yar ruwa.
Hardcore hip-hop style is usually known to go with abusive language and even insult performed by some American musicians, but this guy does the opposite.
Ni ba sani ba, kace yace muku ba sani ba.
Today, Fresh Emir gains a lot of supporters that enjoy and benefit from wide range of messages he passes across. Adam's hip-hop style motivates many upcoming artists who are now taking his footsteps.
In our societies today, many marriage relationships are unstable. Increasingly, a lot of crises are being experienced in many married homes due to a number of reasons. Marriages are contracted not based on love, understanding, and compatibility, and a lot more.
To me, marriage has its own pillars or building blocks, such as love, care, endurance, truthfulness, trust, forgiveness, contentment, sympathy, respect, and for the wife, obedient to her husband. But nowadays it's not like that.
You are expected when you come together to live in peace, to live in happiness, to have joy, and also to have the gift of procreation, and also to live your lives until the end of time. But many people just take the issue of marriage casually, and once you don't attach that importance it deserves, then there's going to be a problem.
Our elders don't even know that themselves, but they respected each other. When they say you are going to marry that person, they even were even too shy to even go to their quarters or even just pass through their ways. But today, that modesty has gone.
Other marriages are not stable simply because the partners could not agree to a dialogue between themselves. However, each stand firm to his contradicting point. There are opinions as to who should be involved in a dialogue between married couple, with some strongly believe that third party should not be involved for the sake of privacy. Others believe that couples' biological parents may have tendency to take side and compound the problem.
This is my own view. They should solve their problems by themselves. And if they can't, then from there they will seek for counseling for parents' guidance. Don't involve your parents, because some parents will be selfish. They will look the other side, or they will back the other side.
There are some established marriage counseling centers privately, and I'm sure they came up to complement the efforts the malams, the clerics are doing through their sermons and through their preaching, to bring order for the couples to understand what marriage is all about. So it is important that once you are getting married, you have to have full understanding of what you are getting into.
Marriage there must be a wali, and a wali means a guardian. He even said that do not marry a woman that do not have someone that can tell her to stop, and she will stop ultimately. Uncles that are at least a little bigger than the father. Someone who can listen to his voice, someone who can listen to what he said is really a command.
Here in Kano, Hizbah Commission, among their many other schedules, resolves family-related cases on a daily basis.
That is why sometimes a case that should be tackled in 10 minutes at home extends beyond that, because the couple married without getting to know each other's attitude. I tend to blame the parents the more, because they do not give them proper training.
It is of the belief that respect for each other, understanding, readiness to accept weaknesses of each other should be among other virtues to consider since at the courtship level. As they begin to build their marital life also, couples need to remain together in the interest of their offsprings.
During an award night in 2021 Workers' Day in Kano, the then Governor Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduje approved the increase in retirement age of teachers to 65 years. This he does in response to federal government's similar gesture.
In Nigeria, people want more years, isn't it? You know why they ask for more years? Because life here is very difficult. If you can survive here, you can survive anywhere. I don't blame them. The thing I pray for is hope that by the time they get to that years, they will still have the energy to work.
I'm not in support of that. I am of the opinion that it is better when you are 60 years of age, or you have reached 35 years in the service, you quit and allow the younger generation, to get the remaining opportunity.
Based on the experiences of some retirees in the state, there is every reason to experience fears of where and how to start after retirement.
You have to make a plan because you are venturing into a new life. Venturing into a new life in the sense that you are losing your previous position, previous status, and previous stand into a new one entirely.
So the implication is life will not be the same as when you are under employment. So it is going to be prepared for well before the time comes.
Issues such as I don't have capital, I don't have idea of any business, and lots more keep disturbing many people that are at the verge of retirement.
Because you see them going to offices, going to your houses, borrowing, asking for this, asking for help, this and that, because they have misused their retirement benefits.
There are instances of workers experiencing one problem or the other, of health or depression as a result of such situation.
Some will start looking for, a house to live. And because I retired probably as a director or as a PAMSEC, I have to, look for a house befitting to me. So they will end up, renting even the house. And when that rent expires, they have nowhere to go.
On the contrary, those workers that in one way or the other have alternative sources of income after salary might prefer retirement life than the work life.
A labaran namu na yau za ku ji cewa an rantsar da Murtala Sulagaru a matsayin mataimakin gwamnan jihar Kano. Rundunar sojin ruwa ta yi haɗin gwiwa da hukumar lura da harkokin saye da sayewar kayayyakin gwamnati wajen kaifafa hazaƙar sojojin ruwa. Sannan an samar da gidauniyar Nuhu Abdullahi don haɓaka ilimi a arewacin Najeriya. Jama'a assalamu alaikum, ga cikakkun labaran tare da ni Husaini Shehu Hussein. Gwamnan Kano Abba Kabir Yusuf ya rantsar da Murtala Sulagaru a matsayin mataimakinsa, wanda hakan shi ya kawo ƙarshen raɗe-raɗin da ake yi na tabbatuwar wannan al'amari. Hakan ya biyo bayan tantance shi da majalisar dokokin jihar Kano ta yi bayan gwamnan ya mika sunansa gaban majalisar. Abdullahi Mustapha ɗauki da rahoto.
Wanda ya kasance cikin harkokin siyasa fiye da shekaru 20, Murtala Sulagaru ya fice a matsayin dan siyasa na tushe a jihar Kano. Tsawon shekaru ya rike mukamai daban-daban na jam'iyya da kuma na gwamnati, ciki har da kasancewar sakataren tsare-tsaren jam'iyya da shugaban karamar hukuma da kuma kwamishinan ƙananan hukumomi na jihar Kano daga shekara ta 2015 zuwa da 23. Garu ya kuma kasance ɗan takarar mataimakin gwamna na jam'iyyar APC a zaben shekara ta 2023. Gwamna Abba Kabir Yusuf ya bayyana cewa gogewar Garu da kuma gudunmuwarsa ga cigaban jihar Kano suka sanya aka zaɓe shi domin cike wannan gibi. Gwamnan ya taya shi murna tare da yin kira a gare shi da ya ci gaba da jajircewa wajen yi wa jama'ar jihar Kano hidima da sadaukar da kai. Ya kuma ya kira ga masu ruwa da tsaki da su yi aiki tare domin kawo ci gaba mai ɗorewa a jihar Kano. Tararen tsaro ya samu halartar shugabannin siyasa da na addini da kuma na gargajiya daga fadin jihar Kano. Abdullahi Mustapha, labaran NTA.
Ginshiki a cikin jam'iyyar APC a jihar Kano, Dr. Muhammad Musa Zango ya bayyana buƙatarsa ta tsayawa ɗan takarar sanatan Kano ta tsakiya ƙarƙashin tutar jam'iyyar a kakar zaɓe mai zuwa ta shekarar 2027. Ya bayyana wannan buƙatarsa ne a nan Kano, inda ya bayyana manufarsa na samar da shugabanci na gari. Mas'ud Aliyu na da ƙarshen labarin.
Zango ya bayyana cewa matakin da ya ɗauka ya biyo bayan tuntuɓa mai zurfi da shugabanni da magoya bayan jam'iyya a faɗin Kano ta tsakiya, yana mai nuna ƙwarin gwiwa kan nasarar APC a zaben da ke tafe.
Wakilce ku da ƙarfina da ilimina da network ɗina da kuma Allah da zan sa a gabana.
Ya ce burinsa shine ya samar da wakilci na gari, ya jawo ayyukan ci gaba tare da magance muhimman matsalolin da al'ummar mazaɓar ke fuskanta.
Mun san har yanzu a baya muke wajen ɓangaren ilimi, saboda haka za mu ɓangara duk local government ɗin nan za a yi implementin wannan ajanda.
Haka kuma ya buƙaci 'yan jam'iyya da magoya baya su ƙara haɗa kai tare da zage dantse a matakin ƙasa, yana mai jaddada cewa haɗin kai ne zai tabbatar da nasara a zaben shekarar 2027. Mas'ud Aliyu, labarai NTA.
Rundunar sojojin ruwa tare da haɗin gwiwar hukumar lura da harkokin saye da sayarwar kayayyakin gwamnati ta kaddamar da bita ta kwanaki 6 don horarwa akan kwarewa da aiki yadda ya kamata wajen lura da sai da sayarwar kayan gwamnati. Elizabeth Ila ta ba da rahoton ciwar bitar ta samu halartar jami'an ɗaliban sojojin ruwa daban-daban.
Bikin buɗe shirin horaswa na kwanaki 6 wani muhimmin mataki ne na dabaru wajen sake fasalin hanyoyin saye da sayarwa a cikin rundunar sojan ruwa ta Najeriya da kuma faɗin harkar aikin gwamnati gaba ɗaya. Da yake jagorantar wannan yunkuri, babban jami'in harkokin ajiya da sufuri na rundunar sojan ruwa ta Najeriya ya jaddada kudirin rundunar na tabbatar da gaskiya da kuma aiwatar da tsare-tsaren saye da sayarwa.
Idan suka fahimci duk yadda ake sayan kayayyaki da kasashen waje zuwa har nan, to wannan zai ba mu dama mu siyo abin da ake bukata.
Hukumar kula da sayan kayayyakin gwamnati ta samu wakilci ta hannun wakilin Darakta Janar ɗinta Adebowale Adedokun, wanda ya bayyana cewa bin doka da oda da kuma gina kwarewar ma'aikata su ne ginshiƙai masu mahimmanci wajen inganta ayyukan hidimar jama'a.
Ana neman yadda za a haɗa kai ne tsakanin Bureau of Public Procurement da Nigerian Navy, yadda za a koyar da officers nasa da ke karkashin procurement.
Kwamandan kwalejin harkokin ajiya da sufuri ta rundunar sojan ruwa da ke a dawakin tofa ya bayyana horaswar a matsayin irinta ta farko ga jami'an rundunar.
Muna training mutanenmu wanda suke procurement da yadda za su kashe kudin gwamnati su kuma yi accounting for wannan kudaden yadda ya kamata.
Ana ci gaba da tattaunawa kan kafa cibiyar kwarewa a kwalejin harkokin ajiya da sufuri ta rundunar sojan ruwa da ke a dawakin tofa, wadda za ta zama cibiyar horaswa ta yanki ga jami'ai daga ma'aikatu, hukumomi da sassan gwamnati a fadin yankin arewa maso yamma. Elizabeth Lamido, labarin NTA.
To jama'a a dakace mu.
This is Portugal Resort, where fun meets serenity and adventure meets relaxation. A serene environment for leisure, corporate retreats, and schools excursion trips. Great unforgettable memories with family and friends at Portugal Resort. Cozy, spacious rooms await the duration of your stay with us. Situated at Minjibur local government area along Gezawa axis, just a few minutes drive away from the bustles of Kano City. At Portugal Resort, we don't just create fun memories, we deliver experience.
To yanzu shirin zai ɗora. Hanyoyin ɗaga likafar ilimi na daɗa bunƙasa biyo bayan ƙaddamar da gidauniyar Nuhu Abdullahi a jihar Kano. Shugaban gidauniyar Nuhu Abdullahi yayin gyaran makarantar firamare ta kawo mai gari ya ce manufar hakan ita ce samar da ababen more rayuwa da za su ciyar da ilimi gaba. Aisha Wadakura na da ci gaban labarin.
Gidauniyar Nuhu Abdullahi wata kungiya ce da ke mayar da hankali kan ci gaban al'umma wadda ke kokarin inganta samun ilimi mai inganci ta hanyar tallafawa gine-ginen makarantu, samar da kayan koyo da kuma inganta yanayin koyarwa a faɗin arewacin Najeriya. Gidauniyar ta yaba wa gwamna Abba Kabir Yusuf bisa gyaran bangaren ilimi da suka hada da gyaran makarantu, samar da kayan aiki da daukar malamai karkashin shirin Bezda, tare da alkawarin ci gaba da bayar da goyon baya. Haka kuma ta yaba wa Bola Ahmed Tinubu kan asusun lamanin ilimi na Najeriya wanda ke sauƙaƙa samun ilimi mai zurfi.
Wannan ayyukan mun yi su ne domin yara manyan gobe su samu sarari da halin yin karatu cikin natsuwa domin gobansu ta yi kyau.
A ƙarƙashin kashi na farko na ayyukan an gyara ɗakunan karatu guda 3, an samar da tebura da kujeru guda 108, an gida ɓangaren kula da yara ƙanana, an samar da banɗakuna da kuma ofisoshin malamai, tare da kira ga al'umma da su kula da waɗannan ayyuka domin ɗorewarsu.
Saboda yaran mu ko a turai yadda ya sa mana kujerun na ƙarshen dai abin da za a sa makaranta kenan
wannan abu ubangiji Allah ya ƙara masa arziki, Allah ya bunƙasa arzikinsa, Allah ya saka masa da alkhairi.
Yayin da waɗannan ayyuka ke fara tasiri, masu ruwa da tsaki sun jaddada cewa haɗin kai mai ɗorewa da kuma mallakar al'umma su ne ginshiƙin tabbatar da ɗorewar nasarorin da kuma samar da kyakkyawar makoma ga 'yan baya. Aisha Wada Kura, labaran NTA.
Sai kuma duniyar masana harkokin wasanni.
Doma United sun fara murna bayan sun ci kwallo a gasar ligar ta ƙasa ta Najeriya ta 2026. Malawi na shirin neman ramuwa a karawar da za ta yi da Falconets na Najeriya a gasar kofin duniya na 'yan ƙasa da 20 na mata. Wuyizi ɗan shekara 22 ya kafa tarihi, ya zama na biyu da ya lashe gasar sunuka ta duniya. Mutane miliyan 1.300 sun nemi shiga zaben gasar London Marathon ta 2027 yayin da mutane 59,000 suka gudu a shekara 2026.
Sai hasashen masana yanayi na gobe idan Allah ya kai mu. Sai shawarar masana sun shawarci jama'a da wanke hannu da ruwa mai tsafta akai-akai don haka na taimakawa wajen dakile yaduwar cututtuka. To jama'a, bisalam.
On the news tonight, Murtala Sulegaru, sworn in as Kano Deputy Governor. Nigerian Navy partners BPP on procurement capacity building. And Noor Abdullahi Development Foundation launches to boost education in northern Nigeria. Thanks for joining us on Nta Kano News. I am Masood Aliyu. Weeks of uncertainty surrounding the office of the Kano State Deputy Governor has ended with the swearing-in of Murtala Sulegaru to fill the vacancy. His emergence follows his nomination by Governor Abakabir Yusuf and subsequent screening by the State House of Assembly. Abdullah Mustafa has the reports.
With more than 2 decades of active political involvement, Murtala Sulegaru has established himself as a prominent grassroots politician in Kano State. Over the years, he has held various positions at both party and government levels, including serving as a party organizing secretary, local government chairman, and Kano State Commissioner for Local Government from 2015 to 2023. Garu was also the All Progressives Congress APC deputy governorship candidate in the 2023 general elections.
I accept this responsibility as a call to serve and to support your leadership in advancing the development of Kano State.
I therefore wish to seize this opportunity to urge you to bring your wealth of experience, your energy, and your commitment to bear in the discharge of your new responsibilities.
Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf noted that Garo's pedigree and contributions to the development of Kano State informed his nomination to fill the vacancy. The governor congratulated him and urged him to remain committed to serving the people with dedication and selflessness. He also called on stakeholders to work collectively towards achieving sustainable development in the state. In Kano, Abdullahi Mustafa, NTA News.
Meanwhile, a chieftain of the All Progressives Congress, APC, Dr. Muhammad Musa Zango, has declared his intention to contest for the Kano Central Senatorial seat in the 2027 general elections under the platform of the party. He made the declaration at an event in Kano, saying his ambition is driven by a desire to provide effective representation and contribute to the development of the senatorial district. The reports. Dr. Zango said his decision followed wide consultations with party stakeholders and supporters across the Kano Central Zone, expressing confidence in the APC's chances ahead of the polls.
I stand here today with a very clear and honest message. The message is our situation is difficult, but it can change and must be changed.
He stated that his ambition is focused on delivering quality representation, attracting development projects, and addressing key challenges facing the people of the senatorial district.
Let's rise together. Let's restore dignity. Let's build our future and the future of our children.
The APC chieftain also called on members and supporters to remain united and intensify grassroots mobilization, stressing that collective effort will be key to securing victory in the 2027 general elections. In Kano, Masood Aliyu, NTA News. The Nigerian Navy, in collaboration with the Bureau of Public Procurement, has launched a 6-day mandatory capacity development program to enhance transparency and professionalism in naval procurement practices. Elizabeth Ila reports that student officers drawn from various naval formations are participating in the intensive training. The reports.
The opening ceremony of the 6-day training program marked a strategic step towards redefining procurement practices within the Nigerian Navy and the wider public service. Leading the charge, the Chief of Logistics of the Nigerian Navy reaffirmed the service commitment to world-class procurement standards.
The essence of this program is for us to be able to build capacity of our procurement officers and logistics officers in order to understand the tenets of public procurement.
The Bureau of Public Procurement was represented by a delegate of its Director General, Adebowale Adedokun, who stressed that due process and capacity building are critical to effective public service delivery.
As part of our responsibility for sensitization and training of procurement officers, we also feel that it is also critical to extend that to the armed forces, and they play a critical role in procurement activities of federal government.
The commandant of the Navy Logistics College, Dawakin Tofa, described the training as the first of its kind for naval personnel, noting that it is a targeted intervention designed to deepen understanding of procurement rules and global best practices.
If there's a policy of government, the Navy also needs to align and ensure that we benefit from that policy.
Meanwhile, discussions are ongoing to establish a center of excellence at the Navy Logistics College, Dawakin Tofa, which will serve as a regional training hub for procurement officers from ministries, departments, and agencies across the Northwest. In Kano, Elizabeth Gilalamido, NTA News.
You are watching the news on NTA Kano. There will be more reports after this time out. Stay with us.
I have a lovely family, one big family who are willing to fix me when I'm broken, willing to help me clean my stains, willing to right my wrongs, willing to help me stand. Yes, I wish I have a lovely family, one big trophies. Willing to feel my pains, willing to try my tears. She know be fighting, no, not good thing I know. Yes, I know. Oh, are willing to scold me when I'm failing, willing to help me win trophies, willing to feel my pains, willing to dry my tears. True life story.
This is Portugal Resort, where fun meets serenity and adventure meets relaxation. A serene environment for leisure, corporate retreats, and schools excursion trips. Great unforgettable memories with family and friends at Portugal Resort. Cozy, spacious rooms await the duration of your stay with us. Situated at Minjibir local government area along Gezawa axis, just a few minutes drive away from the bustles of Kano City. At Portugal Resort, we don't just create fun memories, we deliver experience.
Thanks for staying with us. To education, a new phase in advancing education in northern Nigeria has begun with the launch of the new Abdullahi Development Foundation in Kano State, an initiative aimed at enhancing learning conditions for children across the region. Speaking during the renovation of Kawan Maigari Primary School in Kano, founder Nu Abdullahi said the effort is focused on strengthening educational infrastructure, including classrooms, desks, and sanitation facilities. Aisha Wadakura has the details.
The Nta Abdullahi Development Foundation is a community-focused initiative dedicated to improving access to quality education through infrastructure support, learning materials, and enhanced teaching environments across northern Nigeria. The foundation commended Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf for educational reforms, including school renovations, provision of materials, and teacher recruitment under BESDA. Pledging continued support, it also acknowledged Bola Ahmed Tinubu for the Nigerian Education Loan Fund aimed at easing access to higher education.
We are here to implement efforts of the government and to inspire our youth to aim higher. Let these new facilities serve as a constant reminder that Nigerian believes in their potentiality.
Phase 1 project include renovation of 3 classrooms, supply of 108 desks, an early childhood care ward, sanitation facilities, and furnished staff rooms, with the community urged to sustain and build on the initiative.
We appreciate with these materials, tables and chairs, what you go give us.
As these interventions take root, stakeholders say sustained collaboration and community ownership will be key to ensuring long-term impact and a brighter future for the next generation. In Kano, Aisha Wadakura, NTA News.
And next is sports updates.
Doma United players celebrate after scoring a goal in 2026 Nigerian National League season. Malawi eyes revenge clash with Nigerians Falconets in Under-20 Women's World Cup. Wu Yizi makes history as second youngest world snooker champion at 22. $1.3 million apply for 2027 London Marathon ballot as 59,000 run 2026 edition.
Next is weather forecast for tomorrow in Kano and some selected cities. To wrap up this segment, here is a reminder. Good hygiene, especially regular hand washing with soap, helps prevent the spread of infections. They stress the importance of clean water and proper sanitation for healthy living. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.